Hello, this is Group 10 for Professor Quain's Food and Beverage Management class. This is our website that we made for our On Deck restaurant. We're going to go through and take you over what we did. So you'll see that the first part is that we added a little widget up at the top so you can type in where you are and then how to get to us, and it gives you directions and it will tell you how far away you are. So then you'll also notice that all of the fonts and color schemes are nautical themed. The top little picture right here is the deck of a boat, so that's why we're the On Deck restaurant. Our employees for this project were Abby Cohen, Chelsea Layton, Chris McVie, Monica Wilson, Joel Rothman, and Joshua Lesky. Our data presented in day one was collected on Monday, November 27th, which is the day that our group did it, so it was all 5 of us. And then data presented in day 2 was collected by another group on the 28th, so there are only 2 employees for those days. Lessons we've learned throughout the course of completing this project are that collaboration is key, so we all had to put in what we could. We had to split up the workload. It was very helpful during class to have different people work on different things at one time and multitask. We also learned that working on a team is a necessary part of college and life, so we made it work. Everyone contributed what they could, and although teamwork is great, some people are better at delegating work. So being a follower is not a bad thing. Depending on everyone's capability and their time available, we had to just make it work. Skills we've acquired, as Professor Quain says over and over and again, money, honey, and sunny. So we were able to create graphs, websites, screencasts. We were able to work with different applications such as Google Sheets, and we learned how to make graphs, which I did not know how to do before. So it's very helpful. And now we're going to go on to day 1.
All right, here we have day 1. So as you can see, this is the chart we created. It is color coordinated, and we have the selling price of each item, the item cost, total sold, number of sales, total cost, and our gross profit. So for example, you can see that we sold 9 buffalo wings, and at the price of $8.99, we made about $58.41. It costs about $22.50 to make, and the total money we made off of it before taking away our total cost was $80.91. Now here we have day 2. It is essentially the same graph, however, or essentially set up the same way. However, most of the information is different. For example, on this day, we only sold 7 buffalo wings as opposed to 9. Sorry about that. Here's our average check per person. So how we figured it out, there we go, is number of guests divided by total sales. And you can see that we just added everything up. So in total, we sold about 19 buffalo wings, for example. So our average check per guest, according to here, was $57.16 for one of the days. No, that's for both the days. Sorry about that. And our average check per party was $182.70. Now, our total profit from day 1 and 2 was $2,424.36. On day 1, we made a little over $14,000, and on day 2, we almost broke $1,000.
How's it going, class? Today I'm going to talk about sales volume by hour, day 1 and 2. So in this part of the website, it's going to go over what exactly we did for each day in sales-wise. As you can see, day 1, we made a chart about it, and it goes kind of up and down. Day 2 is in red. You'll see it continues to climb up throughout the hours. And then day 3, or the total, excuse me, is all the way up to about 3,000. As you scroll down the page, you'll see that we have another line chart about day 1 hourly sales volume, and same thing with day 2. To the next part, we'll do sales by server for day 1. The highest sale was by Melody. We created a circle chart, and that describes how many sales she did compared to Jocelyn. Also, you'll see this bar chart here, how we did of Jocelyn and Melody compared to the total sales. And then for day 2, the highest nightly sale was Chelsea. Again, this one we have a pie chart because more people were working that day. Chelsea took most of the sales. And same thing with the bar chart here. We got Chelsea doing the most, and then Chris following second. And total sales, we hit about 1,200, almost 1,300.
Okay, so this is our page for gross profit for day 1. And the formula to calculate gross profit is your total sales minus your total costs. This is our calculation here, plugged into the formula. And to get these numbers, you can see the total from the bottom of the red column, subtract the yellow column from the red column, gives you your gross profit is this number here. That's for day 1. I don't know how to use a computer. This is the gross profit for day 2. So again, this formula is the same. And you can see the gross profit for day 2 was a little less than the gross profit for day 1.
So now we're going to do gross profit for day 1 and 2 combined. I also just want to point out, if you'll notice when the screen is in a smaller setting, it kind of messes with the format of everything. So just make sure when you're looking at this, or you have it in the big setting, so it's nice and laid out nicely. You'll also notice that we have everything color coordinated on this page, so we have a nice little patriotic theme going on. We have a chart, so the chart above our writing here shows a comparison of the gross profits from Monday, Tuesday, and both days combined. So, of course, Monday is our day 1. That's the day that it was the 2 servers. And then day 2 was when it was all 4 servers. So there's a slight difference. For the most part, there's a pretty consistent gross profit. You'll see that while they're different numbers, they're not super far apart. And the chart below shows the percentage of each day's gross profit. So both days are almost equal in their percentages, and the Monday one does have a larger percentage and profit. And then, of course, at the bottom, we just put down our day 1 and 2 combined again, so that you can see and go back and reference all our numbers and make sure that they all add up. So down here we have a nice little color coordinated chart again, and it just shows our number of guests. This is our total numbers. Total average check per guest, average check per party, and gross profit. And of course, both of these graphs here, the per guest and per party, can be found on their own pages that you can go back up and see here. So it all kind of coordinates. And then we're going to go to top 5 both days, which are my favorite graphs because they're super pretty. So the number sold of each item is this massive chart over here, and it has all the percentages. It's kind of overwhelming at first. The one that's most helpful is this one over here. So it has our top 5, and they, of course, are color coordinated with the spreadsheet down here. So you'll see that sorbet was the cumulative sorbet, so it was every flavor. We just kind of grouped it into one and make it simpler and easier to read for you. And our cumulative sorbet sales were 25, and then if you go up here, it's color coordinated with the teal up here. And then we have buffalo wings and surf and turf coming in at 2 and 3. So the green and pink right there and there. And then we have our fried shrimp, chocolate lava cake. Well, our fried shrimp was number 4. And then for the 5th place, we have a tie, a 3-way tie. So Those are all our primary colors right there. So we'll go back up, and this is our three-way time. The list of all the food items gives us a lot of helpful information. It's useful in deciding how much we should order for our inventory and how much we should expect to sell of each food item. So it's just another example of how predicting, forecasting, and planning for the future is helpful in saving money and being prepared for whatever may come our way. So this was our restaurant. We'll just go back to the home screen, wrap it up, and I hope you enjoyed.